The highly anticipated showdown between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul promised fireworks, but delivered a cautious, underwhelming contest. With few decisive exchanges and a split decision win for Paul, fans were left questioning whether the fight's hype outweighed its substance. In the weeks leading up to the heavily marketed clash between boxing icon Mike Tyson and social media star-turned-fighter Jake Paul, the sports world was flooded with highlight reels, bold predictions, and promises of an unforgettable spectacle, billed as a once-in-a-generation crossover event, blending the old guard of boxing with the new wave of influencer athletes. It was supposed to deliver drama, fireworks, and perhaps a symbolic passing of the torch. Instead, fans were left with a fight that fell well short of its colossal hype. Asterisk from the opening bell. The contest lacked the explosive intensity that the build-up had suggested. Tyson, 58, showed flashes of his trademark head movement and menacing presence, but his offense was surprisingly restrained. Paul, 28, entered with his usual confidence and carefully rehearsed game plan, relying on distance control and jabs to neutralize Tyson's forward pressure. While Paul's strategy was tactically sound, it made for a cautious, often uneventful fight that failed to ignite the kind of crowd eruptions boxing purists and casual fans had been expecting. Asterisk, the bout, contested over 8 rounds, was marked more by clinches and missed power shots than by memorable exchanges. Tyson appeared wary of overextending himself, perhaps aware of his stamina limitations at his age, while Paul seemed equally careful to avoid the kind of aggressive engagement that could open him up to Tyson's legendary power. The result was a match that looked more like a slow chess game than a slugfest. Asterisk commentators and fans online were quick to voice their disappointment. Many felt the fight had been oversold by promotional narratives that hinted at a vintage Tyson performance or a shocking Paul upset. Instead, what unfolded was a cautious, almost exhibition-like contest that neither solidified Paul's legitimacy as a top-tier boxer nor rekindled the mythos of Tyson's feared punching power. Asterisk, the scorecards reflected the fight's lack of drama. 2 judges scored it narrowly for Paul, while one ruled it a draw, giving Paul a split-decision victory. Statistically, Paul outlanded Tyson in total punches, but the margin was slim, and neither fighter registered a knockdown. Tyson's post-fight comments were gracious, but telling. He acknowledged Paul's discipline and youth, but admitted he wished he had done more. Paul, meanwhile, credited Tyson's defense and ringcraft, but his subdued celebration suggested he knew the performance had not silenced critics. Asterisk for promoters and networks. The fight still achieved one major goal: massive financial returns. Pay-per-view buys were reportedly among the highest of the year, and the spectacle drew global attention. Yet from a sporting perspective, it left more questions than answers. Was Tyson simply too far removed from his prime to deliver a truly thrilling fight? Did Paul's safety-first approach undermine his quest to prove he belongs among boxing's elite? And, perhaps most importantly, will fans be as eager to buy into the next crossover boxing event after this underwhelming showing? Asterisk in the end, Tyson versus Paul will be remembered less for its punches and more for its promotional machine. It was a fight that promised to bridge generations, to pit raw experience against brash ambition, but instead, it highlighted the growing gap between hype and reality in modern boxing. While both men walked away richer, the audience walked away with the nagging sense that they had just watched an event built for headlines, not for history.